Welcome into the channel, Tennessee Podcast. It's December the 7th, 2025, and we're on the verge of 2026. Tennessee is headed to the Music City Bowl again to face Illinois on December 30th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah. The college football playoff bracket is set. Did the committee get it right? Did they get it right? The bowl games are also set. And Notre Dame is kicking and screaming like a little child and saying, no, we're too good for the bowl games. So we're just going to opt out. It is time to hit. Is it time? Actually, let me propose that question. Is it time to hit the panic button as the Tennessee basketball team has dropped 3 games in a row against pretty good teams? Is it time? Is it time? Let's talk, though. Let's talk. We've got a lot to discuss, actually. But before we talk, this podcast is brought to you by Southern Turf. Give my friend at Southern Turf, Scott, a call. 'Tis the season, the turf season. Do you want a yard that's clean and green all year round? How about no muddy paws if you have animals, or a place to, send your significant other if they're annoying you outside of their putting green? Call Scott from Southern Turf at 704-960-2651 for all your artificial turf needs. Let's talk, my friend. Let's talk. Tennessee is headed to Nashville to the Music City Bowl. Fan base isn't too thrilled. That fan base is just kind of, whatever about it. But let's send Joey off if it is the final, run for the Joey Aguilar train here. Let's win it for Joey. Let's do it. Joey Aguilar was a hell of a player this year. Well respected by his whole team. Austin, what is your first mindset? What's running through your mind about the Music City Bowl? Just kind of
yeah, I don't really. I mean, it's just it'll happen. I don't know how many people will show up. It may be probably going to be the last time we play on that field. And I kind of hate that. I think most of the fan base kind of hates that bowl game, but at the same time, I do understand why we're playing there. It's no one's really too excited about seeing this team play again after that Vandy game, and the only way you're gonna get people to watch him probably is to put it in their backyard. So I think that's probably this is the best crowd we could get. Like this, you're gonna get more Tennessee fans at this bowl game than you would get at any other of the other options.
Would it make a difference if they had the new stadium in place already?
Absolutely.
Nashville? It would make a big difference. I would go if it was a brand new stadium. I mean, I would go.
You should play it in there actually right now. Like just go in there, full construction, everything. Just
2x4s, nails everywhere,
throwing over cranes.
Dump trucks are in the way. Like old school backyard ball. Well, I got
Josh Heupel's dead. He was hit with a brick.
The tailpipe of the dump truck that's the end zone. You got to pass it to score, like old school football in the backyard. But anyway, Tennessee is headed to Music City Bowl versus Illinois on December 30th. Have you seen the other bowl games? And we're going to get to the playoff here pretty quickly. The playoff picture here pretty quickly. But the other bowl games, dude, they're terrible. There's like I've written down the best ones, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 good, actual, like decently matched up bowl games, and that's it. Although the rest of them they're pretty crappy, if you ask me.
Dude,
but
I mean, this is the reality we were walking towards. Let's be honest. The bowl games are what they were back in, growing up for you and me. They just aren't. It's not what they were anymore. And that's it's because of the playoff. It's because of the portal. It's because of NIL. It's because of a lot of reasons. Mainly the playoff getting expanded. And I don't really know the solution to all this. Like I say expand the playoff, but at the same time, I don't really like that much. But I guess that's the only way to get these teams playing meaningful postseason games, because these don't really mean anything, especially now that you have an expanded playoff. They just used to, and I guess with like a 2-team national championship, there was like some pride in saying, hey, we're the Capital One Citrus Bowl champs. Hey, we're the Sugar Bowl champs. Hey, we're the in Gator Bowl, anything. Once like you kind of set that precedent, you kind of can attach some pride to it. And you knew there were going to be no opt-outs. and it's just it's not what it was. So we'll have to the way we're going, like we're seeing multiple teams opt out of the game altogether. I kind of wonder, are we going to see a future without any bowl games?
You just see that, and that's the thing too, because when you do the playoff, how they do the playoffs, you take the big bowl games away. Like
Hmm.
I would
Yeah.
love watching the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. Like I would love watching those because those are some big teams in there. And this whole getting in automatic bid thing of winning your conference and stuff. Like, let's go ahead and take a look at it. I've got the graphic up here. We're gonna break this down real quick. And my main concern is this JMU over here, as we got the graphic up on the screen. Like, listen, I get that they got the automatic bid because they won their conference, but dude, there is no way in hell that team should be playing over, some other teams like Notre Dame or Vanderbilt or teams like that, because those teams would absolutely run through them like a god, like just like not like a rock through water. Like it would just go straight through them. Like it would be so easy. And the JMU stuff like that, it's a good. It's not. And here's the thing, and we'll get back to the graphic here in a second. But when you have something like a JMU in a football bracket like that, where it gets the best teams in the country, this is like it's not like basketball. They don't have a shooter's chance. Like they're not going to win. They're not even going to come close to winning. They're going to
No,
get bullied all over the place.
it's kind of why the whole formula here, like they want to say, oh, the G5s can get in, they
Oh,
deserve their shot title, they deserve a bid. There's no way in hell those teams are gonna. This
no.
is way different than basketball. Basketball,
Mm-hmm.
you're shooting balls into a hoop. Crazy things can happen in a game like that. We've all seen the upsets. I mean, there's
Yes.
upsets every single season, and in a sport like football, though, it's talent, talent, and just development and depth. Like God, year in year out, God does not make that many people who play big boy football. He
Yeah.
makes a certain
Yeah.
number. He makes a lot of guys that can make jumpers. He doesn't make a whole lot of guys that can, might at least play one season of NFL football, which is like what most of these like is the usually the lower bar for like most of
Mm-hmm.
the Power Five teams in this playoff. So you get the best G5, and it's like, and the G5s just keep getting worse because we keep taking them away. We took away Houston's now in the power conferences. TCU's a power conference team now. Utah's a power conference team. UCF's a power conference team. West Virginia, you're taking them all to the next level, and the pool down there just gets more shallow. Like
Mm-hmm.
the best program probably down there is Tulane or Memphis, and
Yeah.
they can make it interesting, maybe. But JMU, yeah, they're gonna get ran through.
Yeah. Okay. So like you mentioned like Memphis and Tulane, like those teams are more respectable if they get in than Tulane. Tulane did get in. They played Ole Miss the first round, but like Tulane is respectable. But like a team like JMU, I watch them go and beat Oregon. but a team like JMU, like that's just there's no shot. But let's break this first round down real quick. We're gonna start at the first matchup with JMU and then Oregon. Oregon's just gonna bulldoze through them. And then you have Tulane versus Ole Miss, which I think that Ole Miss didn't they beat them by 5 touchdowns in a game this year? I think Ole Miss beat them by 5 touchdowns or something like that.
I think you're right.
I think it's something like that. And then you have A&M and the University of Miami here, and then you have Alabama and Oklahoma, and those are all the first round matchups. So you have Ole Miss versus Tulane, A&M versus Miami, Alabama versus Oklahoma, JMU versus Ohio State, Oregon. So you're looking at that bracket right there, and those are some pretty good. The Alabama Oklahoma one is very very interesting. Uh, and how bad does that suck if you're Indiana? That's going to be your first opponent is either Alabama or Oklahoma, is when you play in the college football
I don't know, man.
playoff. I mean,
If you
but
watched football last night, it doesn't really. You could do better. You could do worse. I'd rather there's better teams out there.
yeah,
But yeah, Indiana looks so good. It's crazy. They really went undefeated.
that is not okay. So I was not a believer in that. I was like, oh, they're going to fold at some point in the season, dude. They're the best team in college football. It looks like. Like
They're undefeated.
their defense is insane.
How does that even happen? I
I
get the
don't know. Why
portal.
can't
I
it
get
happen to
the.
us?
It's weird though. It's like we spent way more money in our team than they did. Like their roster gets paid way less than ours. Like probably like multi-millions less. And they just went portaling, or they went in the portal and found these guys like the like I don't know, the fourth, fifth year guy from Colorado State. You know, they found a lot of those guys, and just I guess that's what Vandy did too. It's just the power of being older, I guess. Is that really it?
I get, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Every time you say portaling, I think of like someone skipping through a field with a basket, like they're going portaling, like let's go portaling.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time you say it, it feels like it's just like that pops in my head. It's like someone
Well,
just
guess
skipping
what?
down a road
Skipping through
with
those
a basket,
baskets, Clark Lee and Kirk
basket full of
Cincinnati are kicking
money.
everyone's ass at it. They're very much they got multiple baskets.
Yeah,
They're
but yeah, but what they're doing is insane. Like the second
it's
year head coach,
crazy.
you saw it the first year, you're like, okay, that's a weird turnaround. And then this year they start winning, and you're like, oh, they're gonna slip up, they're gonna lose, and then they don't ever. And so back to the bracket here. Back to the bracket. So let's go through the bracket real quick. And the bracket, did the committee get this right? Did they get the right between Miami and Notre Dame and Vanderbilt and Alabama? Alabama's now number 9. Okay. And do you think Alabama deserves to be in there?
Do I think Alabama
Deserves to be in there?
You
Because
can't
there's so
you
much
obviously
dogfighting over
cannot
that.
you can't punish them for what happened
No.
in Atlanta. You
Mm.
can't. But to be honest, I don't think I think Notre Dame would kick Alabama's ass. So it's
So
it's
we've
weird.
said this that Notre Dame towards the back half of the season looked like the most dominant team in college football. And I get that their opponents weren't like great. I mean, they did go to Pittsburgh and beat them, but like they were beating the tar out of people. I mean, and now they're just whining and crying like we're not playing a bowl game. We're better than this. Like that's annoying, dude. Play the bowl game. Like don't act like you're better than everyone else. Like I can understand people opting out of a bowl game if you're just like another team. It's like we don't really care. Like this means nothing. But you could set the bar right there. It's like, oh, let's go into the next season. Let's whip their ass. This team that we're going to play, and let the committee know like they were deserving of this. And then next year, start it off on a positive note because it kind of reminds me of the FSU thing. And I don't think Notre Dame's going to go down this track. But when FSU went 13-0 and didn't get in, and all they did was bitch, and then the track they're on now, it's like you should just go play, and all their players are like, we don't want to play this bowl game. It's stupid. Like, go play like you want to play. Like, and that's what a lot of our fans are saying about the Music City Bowl. Like, oh, we'll play this stupid game. No, because this kind of stuff can set you in a positive direction after some negative things. And if Tennessee, Tennessee fans are going to lose their mind if Tennessee loses this bowl game. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter. But as soon as we lose, oh my God, watch out. The tears are going to be freaking falling, and the people are going to be screaming. It's going to be insane if they lose us. So I'm just saying, like, it does matter. It does matter.
Yeah,
Matters to the players. Matters to the players. Matters to Joey Aguilar. I'll tell you that.
I don't want to lose. Like I don't want to lose a game in the playoff, but I don't know. I don't really. I'm not. Here's my thing. Heupel's walking into a prove it to me year, right? We've established that this is the most important season he's ever had as a head coach. Winning or losing this bowl game does not help or hurt him whatsoever.
No, I don't think it does either. But
yeah, unlike every single game he played this season.
But like even if like you're a head coach though, you want to go out with a win. Like you don't want to have that sour taste in your mouth like that. You don't want.
I mean, I like to win. I don't really. I don't know. If we lose, might have a day of people upset, but I don't think it's going to be like cathartic or anything like that.
Bro, have you seen this fan base? Yes, it will.
I don't know. If you lose that game and keep
out anything,
if Tim Banks is still here, and by the time that bowl game is played, and then you don't get rid of him, that's going to be it'll be bad. You bet.
Here's the thing. It's like.
Or don't use the portal enough. My thing on Tennessee football, and all I've been thinking about is Tennessee football outside of the basketball games. Everything, everything we do here in the next 2 months is the most important. Some of the most
Very,
important stuff we've done forever. Because like this fan base, we need to be good, and we need to be in the playoff. Tennessee needs to be in the playoff next year, and the schedule ain't easy. But we need to know we're a big boy program. If you're gonna pay what we pay and whatnot, we need to know. And Heupel's in year. This will be the first season actually he's had. Well, this roster will be 100% his. Guys, it was his call to bring in or not. Like this will all be his roster, and you have to get into the playoff, or at least go 9-3 and contend for it. That's
yeah,
like the bottom expectation for me. 8-4, I'm pretty dang angry. Seven and
yeah,
five, that's don't go 7-5. Okay, like the I understand how Heupel might hear that and be a little frustrated by it because I'm like, oh, man, you were pretty god awful when I took this job. Now you're telling me if I go 7-5, I should be not like seriously worried about losing my job. I mean, I understand that would be frustrating to hear, but you've had a lot of time here, and we have expectations that we want to meet, and we don't like feeling like we're lesser than the Georgias and the Alabamas and
yeah.
whatnot. So we gotta we,
The
we,
word,
we gotta stack this roster, and he's got to find some money. He's gotta pinch some pockets. He's gotta find some money to build this roster up because you gotta hit the portal hard. You need maybe
I
like
agree.
f 5 or 6 starters on defense. I don't know.
You
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 need
need
you
you need
need a
to hit
lot.
that secondary portal hard. Like you have got to get secondary in there. You have got to get guys
D line
because,
too.
huh?
D line too.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just got to hit defense hard. I think the offense will always be okay, especially the people we got coming back next year on offense. Like it'll be fine. Like our receiving core, we're gonna lose Brazel, but you're gonna have, like we talked about it last podcast. You're gonna have dudes out there again. Like they're not going nowhere. Those dudes aren't going nowhere. Like
Mm-hmm.
behind Brazel, you got the two freshmen that are highly touted, and Smith and what's the other guy?
Rodarius
Smith
Jackson.
Smith Smith Jr. and
Oh,
Rodarius
Travis
Jackson.
Smith. Yeah,
Travis
and you
Smith.
bring in Tristan Keys, number one overall
Yes,
receiver, who
it's
will
that you're
get
set
a lot
there.
of playing time. So
You're you're set there.
offense, I'm not worried about.
No,
Um,
but yes,
yeah, tight
defense.
end, you're stacked. Yeah.
Yeah, defense. You need to worry this offseason, coaching and players. You need to worry about that big time. So I agree with that. And a word that you said a minute ago, expectations. This fan base does have expectations. Like I feel like this fan base has been real lenient with Josh Heupel and trying to build this, but you can't start to go backwards. You can't do that. Like you can't get this fan base hype when beating those teams like Alabama and beating teams that you're like Florida, like those teams, like you're starting to kind of beat them. I wouldn't say on the regular, but you're starting to
Yeah.
match that series. Like you're like Bama, you're 2-2 over the last 4 years with them. Like you're starting to match that. You're starting to beat Florida on a regular basis. It seems
You're
like
three
now.
and one against Florida.
Yeah. So it's like
Uh,
those are the steps that need to be made, and they've been made. You've taken that step, so you've got to continue to beat them. And the next step is you got to beat Georgia, and you had that opportunity this year to beat Georgia, and you didn't because of a missed kick
hmm.
and some boneheaded play calls down the stretch that you should have had the killer instinct and just knocked them out when you could, and you didn't. And it came to a kicker, which kickers are head cases. We've already discussed this, and you put it on the kicker, and it's just not good to win you the game, especially a kicker like that who has way in his head. And so the next steps are you got to start beating Georgia's. You've already started to beat the Alabamas and the Floridas. So you got to take that next step. And this year, it seems like the step was taken at the beginning of the year, but then it was stepped way back after the Georgia loss. It's like we had the team in that Georgia game that was just, wow, dude, like this team's good. And then throughout the season, you kind of started to take a step back. And people are going to be like, "Oh, well, you didn't have McCoy, you didn't have Gibson out there." I'm like, "Well, you didn't have him in the Georgia game." So
Yeah, I mean, no one's gonna come out here and say they look good on defense in the Georgia game. We had about a, what do we have, like 4 or 5 stops all day. It
yeah,
felt
it was
like
bad.
it was awful. on defense, but that was the best the offense ever looked against an elite
Mm-hmm.
opponent.
It
But I
did.
will say the offense never looked bad. That was the best they
No,
looked against an elite opponent. This might be the only season I can leave saying that Tennessee was not shut down completely on offense in any game. Uh,
not completely. No, but they had some struggle bus.
they did, but
So,
like we never had like 22 Georgia. We never had 23 Georgia. We never had.
yeah.
I'm just gonna name all the Georgia games, aren't I? They never had that. Well, they
Yeah.
look good against Georgia. That was the key difference with all these teams. Oh, and we blew it. Oh God,
Yeah.
help us!
I mean, it's just
Why is this, man?
it's a frustrating season because okay, here's one thing, and then we're gonna move on to this bracket because I'm gonna break it down and I love brackets. I love to break them down. It's like March Madness, like a mini March Madness. I love to break the brackets down and like see who do you think is gonna win. Um, but damn, I forgot lost my train of thought. But Tennessee is headed to the Music City Bowl, and they are playing Illinois, and they do need to win this game to set a trajectory of some positivity going into to to next season. But
Um, yeah. So next year, okay, a lot of people are saying this is the one of the hardest schedules we've ever had.
pretty
I don't
tough.
know.
It's
It's tough. It is a tough schedule. I'm not it's not 2011 tough though. 2011 is the toughest schedule we ever had in my opinion. Oregon, LSU, Alabama, Georgia.
yeah.
But
But can it be one of those years, Austin? But can it be one of those years where your schedule looks hard and then the year starts to play out and you're like, okay, that team's not very good. That team's not very good. Like, you know how it happens that way every year with somebody's schedule, like, oh my God, it's death row. Like you looked at Vandy's schedule this year, like, oh my God, it's death row. But then they played some teams that's like, oh, they fell off. They fell off.
LSU,
They fell off. Like you have a lot of
Tennessee.
that. I mean, you could say we kind of started to fall off, but we are still competitive. But it's just we we
um
we've got to, man. I don't know.
okay. So what we got here? I don't know. This is a weird schedule. Tell me how you rank these. I'm gonna rank what I believe to be our four toughest or five toughest games, and
Hmm.
what would you rank them on terms of difficulty?
Okay.
At home against Bama, home against LSU, home against Texas, at South Carolina, and at Vandy. What's the toughest there?
At home versus Texas.
You think?
Yeah, because I don't know who's going to be in their quarterback room for Alabama. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
that's going to look like. I thought that, but I also thought that Ty Simpson this year wasn't going to be anything. I thought he wasn't going to be any good, but he was proved us wrong. He was pretty good. He's pretty decent. I mean, he's a pretty smart cat, and so I don't know what that's going to look like. But that's the thing about the transfer portal, though, because you don't know what it's going to look like. You could ask that question right now, but then you have no idea what it's going to look like in a couple months. It's just going to be like, dude, you don't know. So I think it's going to be
Yeah.
one of those schedules where it looks like a gauntlet, but I think some things are going to happen to where it doesn't seem as hard as it looks on paper because things will happen.
The best thing about this schedule, though, in my opinion, is probably your four toughest, maybe just three toughest opponents you play are all at home. Alabama, LSU, Texas. You get all those three at home,
That's
and then you
big.
get Auburn and Kentucky at home as well.
Mhm.
I think what's your tougher road game? What's the which road game is tougher? At Vandy or at South Carolina?
South Carolina at night,
I don't know. We don't know.
I would think it would be. It's always a night, right?
I
I'm
mean,
not,
if it's late in the year and they're
I'm
dog
just
crap,
playing. I'm
maybe
just
it could be at
playing.
noon.
I'm
Yeah.
playing the hypothetical here. Like, would it be a night? If it's a night, then I think it's harder than Vandy because I think Vandy next year they're going to get that new quarterback in, and everyone's like thinking he's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. He'll still be a freshman, and he still has to perform. We go by that narrative. We've said it before, and I'll say it again, and we'll move on to the college football bracket right now after this. But what have we always said about quarterbacks? What divisions and leagues they play in high school?
Mm-hmm.
He plays in a low league private school league where the quarterback and you can jump all over me because people are saying, dude, this guy is legit. He's amazing. I don't trust quarterbacks that play in low level football in high school because you're going to look amazing if you got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
So, like Nico, for example, it's like he wasn't playing in a high caliber high school programs, and you saw him and he looked lost when he came here. And then you get players like Faison Brandon coming in. Like, I trust that. I trust Faison Brandon coming in because he plays 6A ball, and he's doing it against the best athletes there possibly are in high school ball.
It's like judging me as a prospect if I'm in the Pee Wee games like those mascots are. Just like I'm getting 7 toddlers on top of me trying to carry a ball.
Mhm.
I will say though, you like I'm sitting here trying to break these games down so far ahead of time.
Yeah, it's kind of
But
pointless.
here's the
But
thing. I will actually be able to tell you something here probably February because how we do in the portal is everything, man. You
I
need D linemen,
agree.
you need safeties, you need guys in secondary. You need to pay out the ass, man. I don't care. Like I don't. They're like, well, it's not your money. You don't know where it's come from. Blah blah blah. You can find the money. I'm pretty dang sure. There's a lot of deep pockets around this campus, and you ain't paid a buyout in a long time, so
Yeah,
you can
that's
find the
true.
money.
That's
There's a
true.
lot if you can do. You can afford all this construction and whatnot. You can afford to have a good team on the field, and that should be when it comes to priorities here. I think the number one priority year in year out should be I want to put the best team on the field that I can. And
Yeah,
whatever that takes, whatever it takes to do that, that's what the fans deserve. That's what the fans need. That's what we pay a lot of money for to see. It's just a great team. And I want to feel like, at least no matter what happens in the season, I want to feel like to myself that I can say, well, Tennessee did everything they could to put the best team together possible.
yeah,
Just
and that's
let me feel that because
and
I didn't feel that way this season. I'll
yeah,
be honest. I felt like we could have done more, and don't let me have that. Don't have me saying that.
I think that after this Vanderbilt loss and what kind of transpired this season, I think it. Hopefully, I'm not saying it's true, but I think it might have lit a fire under Josh Heupel. And if it doesn't, then we got a freaking massive problem. So it better have lit a fire of stuff needs to change around here because it's what we're doing right now is kind of going in the opposite direction of where we've been going, and it's shit needs to change. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So let's move on to this college football bracket, Austin, and let's break this down. The college football bracket is up on the screen if you're watching live. Let's start. Let's start on the right side of the bracket on the screen. Let's go with Tulane and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is gonna kick their ass,
Yes,
probably. I mean, Pete Golding. It's not Lane Kiffin, but they still got Trinidad Chambliss. Has still got a lot of talent. If
yes.
Ole Miss can just line up and run the ball and play, somewhat conservative football, just to, like you play those kind of games against
Mhm.
teams you're just flat out more talented than. Tulane
Mhm.
is gonna have to have a game plan built around big chunk plays, just stuff that can overcome their disadvantages. And I'm gonna go Ole Miss probably like 38, Tulane 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna go about that same right there. But I got Ole Miss. Ole Miss will be moving on to face Georgia. This is an intriguing game, actually. To be honest with you, Miami versus Texas A&M. Who do you? That's tricky, man. Because A&M. Do you think that losing to Texas will get them back on track, or they're just gonna do like what A&M does and just kind of not crumble, but just A&M?
They've kind of been backsliding a little bit. They had the bad game against South Carolina. They were able to come back, but it's kind of been a little of a backslide versus how they peaked in like October, it felt like. Um, I mean, they're still pretty damn good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's crazy they weren't in Atlanta. Obviously, tiebreakers or however they do it, but it's weird. Miami has that's going to be a great game.
It's gonna
That's
be a
why
good game.
it needs to be at night. That needs to be the night game or because that place is pretty freaking intense at night. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go with A&M because they're at home, but it's a coin flip game, my opinion.
Yeah, that's a coin flip game, and but I'm also going to go with A&M because you know how that Kyle Field is going to be insane. That place, I'm telling you right now, that's one of the loudest stadiums I've ever been in. Is Kyle Field. Like it was so damn loud when I went there in 2016. So I am going to go to A&M, and A&M will of course move on to face Ohio State. So we both have Ole Miss facing Georgia, and A&M facing Ohio State. All right, so let's go Ole Miss Georgia. Who do you got?
It'll be neutral site, right? That'll be like the Sugar Bowl or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be it'll be a bowl
The
game.
first round's only on campus.
Yes.
Okay, which I think should probably change, but we'll see. Um, I'll go Georgia.
Yeah.
They look pretty damn good.
Yeah, Georgia's doing that thing that they do when they do that
It
thing.
sucks, man. They were really they dragged ass early in the year.
We
They were
say this every year, man.
no,
You
we don't.
say the
Not like
same
last
thing
year.
every year.
Dude, we
Okay,
put 38 on them. We
they had
put
one- they had-
38 on them.
they
They
had-
never
they had-
looked like that.
They had 1 year last year. Oh my God, sue them. But I'm just saying they do that thing where they just when they need to kick in another gear, they do it. They do it. You can't take our game. And make
I
that
think
a
they
prime
eventually
example.
got it going, but they were way worse than they usually were early in this year. That was the worst I think I've ever seen Georgia.
Well, they've lost one game, so
I know, which is it pisses me off because like they're so gettable and no one could take that last punch early in the year outside of Alabama between the
I don't
hedges.
know.
Like Florida could have got them, we could have
not
got
really
them, Auburn could have got them, and no one did because we were just all stupid. It was all stupid stuff. It was just stupid stuff. It's like freaking Kirby Smart voodoo. I don't know.
it's the intimidation factor, man. It gets to the other teams. They're just it's one of you line up and it's like, oh crap. All right, so you got Georgia moving on. You got Texas A&M. We both got Texas A&M moving on to face Ohio State. Who do you got in that one? I'm just say it. Ohio State's going to beat them.
I don't know.
Dude, stop. Ohio State just lost against Indiana. They're going to freaking run through these teams. They're going to be pissed. I'm just going to pick Ohio State. I don't think it's going to be close. I think they're going to just put the clamps on them.
Talent wise, they kind of match up, and I think Reed, Marcel Reed, is that his name? The quarterback for A&M. I think he's more of a playmaker than Julian Sayin. I think he can really be explosive. I'm going to go with A&M in that game.
That's okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just going to go Ohio State does what Ohio State does, but Sayin is a young quarterback, and that does have an effect on quarterbacks like that in big games like that haven't really played in those yet. So
Yeah.
Ohio State's schedule, he played in one big game really this year, and it was against Indiana, and he didn't look that great. So, but I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna go Ohio State. So Ohio State meets Georgia in the semifinals. Who do you got to go to the national title game? Who do you got?
Well, if it's Ohio State and Georgia, oh man, that's tough. That's a really tough one. That's someone's gonna miss a field goal, and it'll probably be the team that Ryan Day. So I'll go with Ohio State, I'm gonna go with Georgia. But if it's A&M, I like A&M. I like A&M.
Yeah,
I'm taking A&M to the national championship.
How are you going to do that with what you've just said?
Well, you said it'll be Ohio State, like we were doing Ohio State, Georgia, but
okay, my bad, bro, my bad. You're good.
You're
good. So you're gonna have A&M beating Ohio State. So you're gonna have A&M coming in. Okay, my bad.
And I'll take them over Georgia because I really think it's a bit of a gamble. I'm not gonna lie, and Kirby Smart can do that stuff, but I think the peak of A&M, I think they can beat anyone on any given day. I think they have more playmakers than I think. Outside of Ohio State, they have more playmakers than anyone, and they also have a dual threat quarterback. So I experienced one too. Yeah, I like him. I like him in the national championship.
Okay. All right. So I got Georgia going all the way to the final game before the national title game. So I've got Georgia coming out of that right side of the bracket on the screen. Let's go to the left side of the bracket and start Oregon and JMU. Let's not even talk about that. Just advance Oregon because that's going to be a freaking bloodbath. Oregon's just going to run through JMU like a freaking middle school team.
Yeah.
Alabama, Oklahoma. That's just so intriguing because Oklahoma beat Alabama.
Oh, man, it's
This
in Norman.
left side of the bracket is, man, both sides are kind of pretty even over here besides JMU. It's weird. But both these
Yeah.
brackets are very difficult. This is difficult. Difficult.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh, that is a tough matchup. I feel like Alabama's gonna.
I think they're going to win.
I think they're gonna win because they lost the last two, and there's a lot of motivation there. And obviously, they can beat Oklahoma. It'll be tougher because it'll be in Norman, but it's definitely Oklahoma could definitely win that game. But I'm gonna go with Alabama by a field goal.
Yeah, I'm going to go Alabama by like 13 or 14. I just think they're gonna learn from last game, and Oklahoma they can't. I don't think Mateer can score. I just don't think. I don't know. Could be wrong, but I'm going Alabama.
Maybe he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
I found out the hard way. Doesn't
Yeah.
really matter what Oklahoma does on offense if you just keep giving them the ball.
Okay. So we have Oregon versus Texas. God, these are good games, man. Oregon versus Texas Tech. Alabama versus Indiana. Oregon versus Texas Tech. Who do you got?
Pew pew pew. Give me the freaking Red Raiders, man. I think
I agree.
I'm riding them all. I really like those guys. They paid out the ass for that roster, and they got a lot of talent. And I don't know. Oregon has Oregon won a big game? I feel like they haven't. I just don't. I don't know. Something about Oregon I don't trust totally.
I don't think they're as good. I don't think they're that great.
And they've lost both their
don't.
coordinators. They lost the offense and defense coordinators to
The
other
portal.
jobs.
The coaching portal. Yeah.
The
All
coaching
right.
portal.
So you got Oregon and Texas Tech. You got Texas Tech beating Oregon. I got the same thing. I think Texas Tech is just. I think Texas Tech is a damn good team. I think they're really freaking good, and
The
I think
defense is good too, man.
defense
Good
is incredible too, man.
Great
They're
linebacker
really,
room. That
really good
Ben,
defense.
whatever his name was. I was crazy impressed with them this season.
It's impressive. All right, so we got Texas Tech moving on in the bracket. Alabama versus Indiana. We got Alabama going ahead. But let's just say either team. Either team, in my opinion, I think is going to get bullied by Indiana.
It's crazy.
I just think Alabama's not going to be able to have any great offense because Indiana's defense is insanely to say. Holy crap, they're like one of the best in the country. It actually could be the best in the country, besides maybe Ohio State. But whoever plays Indiana, Alabama, or Oklahoma, Indiana's going to win. That's just me. I think Indiana's going to win. So
I'm very intrigued. If Oklahoma could play Indiana, I'd actually be very intrigued to see that because Fernando Mendoza, he hasn't really faced it. Well, okay, Ohio State's pretty great on defense, but I think Oklahoma's maybe the best defense in the country. And I'd really like to see how that matchup would look. Or actually probably wouldn't because it'd be ugly as hell. But I take Indiana over Alabama. It'll be a bit of a I don't know shootout. It'll be a one possession win from the Hoosiers.
Indiana, they just play such smart football. They're just smart. They're not dumb. They don't do anything stupid. And so, yeah, I'm gonna take Indiana. And so,
how much? Okay, so let's play devil. Let's live in this world for a second. How much would it suck if Alabama beat them?
Leave a sour taste in your mouth. The second-year head coach who just comes in and like, oh, here we go.
I hate Alabama so much,
yeah.
But I hate Georgia too. I hate them all. I hate everybody. I really do. But I hate Alabama and Georgia the most, though. That sucks seeing them play each other yesterday because you're just like, man, A&M was so good. What the hell? How do we get this? Like, am I the only one that just didn't even pay attention all week and then just turned on Saturday and realized, oh crap, they're playing each other? Like, I kind of just turned my brain off from football because of how bad that Vandy game went.
Well,
and then just like turn on TV. Oh, these guys again? Screw this shit.
like the conference, they don't matter anymore. The conference, they don't matter
You
unless
get the
you're
bye.
trying.
It's essentially a first round game.
It doesn't matter about getting in unless you're fighting to get in. Like that's the only reason it matters.
Well, you get a bye. Like Alabama or Georgia doesn't have to play now a week, the opening round. Like they're
Alabama,
already
even
advanced.
if they won that, you think they would have had the bye? They wouldn't have the bye.
Yeah.
You're telling me Alabama would have been over Texas Tech?
Actually no, I guess not. Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you're right.
Like,
well, I don't know. Yeah, probably not.
Alabama would not be a top 4 team.
No, you're right. You are right about that.
5.
But like,
Okay,
Ohio State, Indiana. That was the winner of that game got a bye. Oh wait, no, I guess not. I guess. Oh yeah, because it used to be that way. That's right. That's right. Last year it was automatic qualifier gets the bye, or the top 4 get a bye. But now that's just the top 4 overall get the byes. So yeah, you're right. But I mean, it could play like if you're 5 and a team's 4, I guess that can be a playing game kind of essentially. But yeah.
All right, so we both have Texas Tech and Indiana. Who do you got moving forward to face? You have A&M. I have Georgia. To face A&M or Georgia, Indiana or Texas Tech. That's so tough.
I pray that's a matchup we get, man, because that's the fun. That's fun. That's just that
a good one.
To go in the national championship is good for the sport. Like those two programs like that. I am gonna take. I don't know.
I feel like
Texas Tech.
I'm gonna take Texas Tech too. Okay, I don't know why.
I don't know why. It's really just like I like both, but
it's criminal that we don't get to see a home playoff game at Texas Tech. It's criminal. Yeah. Like that place is rocking, dude. It's not big. It's a cool looking place. It's weird looking, and that place is just rocking, man. Like that place is a crazy place when they're good. And I'm gonna take Texas Tech too, man. I don't know. There's something about them that I like. They got swag. They're confident.
Do you feel like Indiana's due to run out of steam because they're undefeated?
I've said that all year, but they haven't.
Oh, yeah. I know
they're due.
They're just gonna win it all. I'm like, okay, but in my head it's like, yeah, but if they had a game next week, they definitely lose.
Yeah, it's just wild, man. It's just wild. It's wild. All right, let's finish this out. We both got Texas Tech.
Yeah,
and you have,
I got the battle of East and West Texas.
You got the battle of it. You got the battle of Texas here. You got Texas Tech and Texas A&M. Who's your national title winner?
Talk about a polar.
What the hell is
that? That would be actually so awesome because those fan bases are so like West Texas is just like I don't know how they're both very unique in different ways. Those two fan bases, I'd say, and both are just not used to playing for shit. It's like wait, one of us is gonna win something at the end of this? No way. This is a gag. Usually, we can clearly point to which one of us is gonna. But I'll take A&M. I think those playmakers are pretty dang good.
So you have A&M winning the whole thing.
I do.
Texas A&M winning the national title game, and I've got Georgia versus Texas Tech, and I've got Georgia winning the whole thing again.
I think want that because of your stupid parlay.
Oh, I do have a parlay with Georgia that I placed a long time ago when they were like playing Tennessee, and I put a $10 parlay down on Georgia winning the national title, the Rams winning the Super Bowl, and the Vegas Knights win the Stanley Cup. And that parlay cash out just keeps going up and up and up and up. And so I'm going to let it ride because I do think Georgia is just they're showing signs of doing that stupid thing they do of just we're better than you and we're going to lock you down. And they did that to Alabama. Like Alabama has been their Achilles heel, and they're like, you know what? We're not doing this again. We're going to lock you down. And we're going to suffocate you. They're a suffocating team again. They suffocate you again. Here we are again with Georgia being suffocating. I think Georgia goes through the whole entire playoff and wins the whole thing again because Kirby's smart. I just think he's still one of the best coaches in the country, and I think
he's the best coach in the sport.
Yes, and that plays out a big part in the role of why Indiana is so good is because they have great coaching. So that's my biggest reason why I think Georgia is going to win the entire thing. So you got A&M winning, I've got Georgia winning. It's going to the more we just talked about that bracket, the more wild it is. That's an insane bracket. I really do wish Notre Dame. It's like what Kirk Herbstreit said earlier today. Just take the top 12 teams and put them in there. Like, why are we doing this?
I think Notre Dame wins the national championship if they're in this field.
They are one of the best teams in the country.
I think I think they are the best.
They are good. That's a good ass football team. But you can't lose. And we should know as Vol fans, head to head. Oh, apparently last year it didn't really matter head to head, but this year, it's the biggest thing in the world.
If you're a Tennessee fan, who do you want to win the national championship? You can't say it doesn't affect us because I think it.
Oh, Indiana. Give me Indiana. Yeah. Look at it. Give me Indiana or Texas Tech. Like, I want to see someone else different. I want to see something different.
Yeah.
I'd
like to see
entertainment value.
Definitely not the SEC. I know we might get some money because of it. Whatever. I don't
care.
We'll be fine regardless.
I'm going to say to you what I say all the time. I want complete chaos. I want just chaos up and down the board. As a fan of a team that's not in the bracket or has had a chance at the bracket of getting in this year, I want utter chaos because it's entertaining. I want the craziest crap to happen. And outside of this playoff, the bowl games are freaking atrocious. I'm going to go through some of those real quick. And then we'll close out the podcast talking about last 5-10 minutes talking about is it time to hit the panic button on the basketball team? But the bowl games, I kind of wish Tennessee would have gone to the Pop-Tart Bowl because I just have for entertainment, just the Pop-Tart Bowl.
I don't think we got a tie-in.
I know we don't, but all right. So the Pop-Tart Bowl is actually a pretty good game. It's Georgia Tech versus BYU. Not a bad game. Not a bad game. But these are what I wrote down of the best bowl games there are out there. And the rest of them are just kind of trash. It's like kind of embarrassing almost to the teams that are in there. But the ReliaQuest Bowl, Vanderbilt versus Iowa. How do you see that going? I think Vanderbilt's going to just try to blow them out of the water to prove a point.
Yeah.
They're going to try to kill them. They're going to try to kill them.
Yeah, they'll beat the hell out of Iowa. Who knows? I mean, who cares though? You know.
Do you want to see one of the worst games I think is going to happen? It's a Citrus Bowl, Michigan and Texas. Michigan is not going to be a score a freaking point. Like Michigan has got to. Why is Michigan's offense always so damn boring? No matter who's there, it just seems so lackluster every time you watch it. No matter who the coach is.
The whole Big Ten's kind of atrocious outside of Indiana now. I guess
is it the Navy uniforms that make them look slow? I feel like the darker the uniforms, the slower they freaking look.
Maybe it's
I don't know.
Like that.
Maybe it just makes them look slow, but they just seem slow as all the athletes they get up there. Like
what's his name? Bryce
Underwood.
Underwood, yeah.
He's not.
He looks like he looks a little dynamic. He can at least do stuff with his legs. I think he'll be a lot better next year.
Also a freshman, so.
Oh yeah, it's almost like. Wait! You're telling me having a true freshman quarterback could be a problem? Probably don't need to do that next year.
We don't have a true freshman quarterback until next year, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, that was our whole argument. Like
argument is so dumb. You have a quarterback that's been there 2 years now, or a year now. To learn the system, so he's not a freshman. Like, do we need a transfer quarterback? I think we do. But my whole point was, eventually you're gonna have to start playing the players that you recruit. Eventually, you're eventually gonna have to start doing it.
When they're old enough to drink.
Like, you're eventually going to have to start doing it, or they're going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to come here.
Whatever. I think you need a transfer quarterback because it's such a gamble to go with a young kid. We saw that with Joey. We saw that, or not Joey. We saw that with Nico. We saw that with other guys across the country. That's my opinion, but we don't have to dive too deep into that.
No.
Do you want to talk about basketball?
Yeah, let me finish this. I'm just talking about the best bowls to try to, prove a point that like the bowl system is terrible now. The Gasparilla Bowl, Memphis versus NC State. LA Bowl, Boise State versus Washington. That could be somewhat interesting. You want to see the worst bowl game ever? The Pinstripe Bowl, which is crazy because you have Penn State and Clemson, which shouldn't be a bad bowl game, but it's a terrible bowl game.
That is a funny bowl game.
It's like,
That
man,
is,
you got the Texas Bowl, LSU versus Houston. Like, that's going to be not fun to watch. And then you have the Gator Bowl, Virginia versus Missouri. Like, those are the best ones I could find out of all the bowl games. Those are the best ones.
when you expanded this playoff, the bowls weren't going to be anything anymore.
No.
It's just, it needs to, I don't know. I don't really want a big playoff, though. I don't know. Like, I kind of like I could just sit back and relax, say, oh, Vandy's done. You know, like, thank God we're not going to have to worry about that.
Isn't that crazy that they have like the best season of their life and they get the Rely Quest Bowl?
Yeah, best season of history of Vandy football. What is this company again? Oh, okay. It was the Outback Bowl. Okay. Oh,
What kind of quest are they taking us on? We get a blooming onion, by the way. Did we get that?
No, we took that away. You're in the pirate ship's still there though. So.
Oh my God. All right. Should we hit panic?
Bowls used to be so much fun. Can we just
did.
Expand the playoff did kill it, but it's what it is.
The Vols are coming off 3 losses in a row, the basketball team. Is it time to hit the panic button? Is it time to panic? Is it too early to panic?
It's too early to panic, but it's definitely time to get concerned.
There you go. That's perfectly said.
Yeah, you gotta. I think it's perfect timing for this. We have 9 days off. You know, we're not gonna play until Tuesday next week. I'm not gonna mark them as bad yet, but I think they have a lot of bad qualities that they need to improve on. And yeah, I think health is a little bit of an issue right now. I think JP needs to get 100%. Ament needs to get 100%. I think Ament needs to just feel more comfortable in his own skin and just kind of. Like, I kind of like seeing him take that dunk late. That was really nice to see.
Yeah.
I think we need more of that. We need more aggressiveness from him. And yeah,
I agree. I think the dunk from Nate Ament at the end was. I'm sitting right there, like I'm right in front of that dunk, and my dad, who is, and I'll get to my dad in a minute, who he never watches really Tennessee. He's not a big basketball guy. But sitting there watching Nate Ament, he did that dunk, and my dad goes, "Holy crap!" Like that was a big boy dunk, and all the people, Illinois fans, and am I missing something here? Because all the Illinois fans, and last thing, Illinois fans are a bunch of bitches. They are assholes. That fan base is a bunch of dicks.
I'm not a fan of Yankees in general.
Terrible people.
I think the Big Ten is just full of a bunch of assholes.
They're terrible people.
They are just you move past the Mason-Dixon line and you just are totally dicks. I don't know why.
Don't know the signs there. One of the worst fan bases I've interacted with. I can't imagine what Ohio State was like. I didn't even go up there, but my God, Illinois fans are horrible. In your life. Like, yeah, there was this guy sitting next to us, and he was talking crap to this old man when he got out of his seat. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And like the old man didn't even say anything. He was just walking up the stairs because there was like 1 minute left in the game, and they're going back to the car. And the old man turned around and was like, "Dude, what's your problem? What the hell?" And his wife's like, "Just keep walking, just keep walking." This dude's old. He's like probably like 75, like limping up the stairs. And this dude's like, "Hey, motherfucker!" I'm like, "Dude, what? Dude, sit down." And he had 2 kids with him, so very responsible Illini over there. But the the Nate Ament dunk was kind of encouraging. So, like you said, Austin, if he can get that aggressiveness going, and I know he's thin as a rail, but he's so long, so you have height on people. Like you need to go in. He gets fouled easy too. If you notice that, he gets fouled real easy because he's light.
He needs to carry the ball higher too.
Agreed.
That ball gets knocked out of his hands. Estrella, I think, man, that when he shot that 3 and made it, but it got called off because there was a phantom
flop of the year,
totally a flop, right down there on Wayne Brown, the guy on Wayne Brown. I mean, I don't understand how, like, all they did was review it and say, oh, wasn't a flagrant. Still, I mean, the guy literally
A
didn't do anything.
flagrant? He didn't even touch him, which
He
is the
didn't even.
crazy part. Didn't even touch him. Dude, that arena was so full of Illinois fans. And I'll get to that. I think it was so full. Like, I think Tennessee fans are kind of exhausted with the whole neutral site games
Yeah, I had
all
no
over
interest to go to that game.
all over the place. But it was full of Illinois fans. But when they showed the replay, the Illinois fans got real quiet and the Tennessee fans got real loud because the Tennessee fans knew it was a flop, and so did the Illinois fans. They're like, "Oh, like, it's so bad." And what pisses me off even more, what drives me up the damn wall, is last game, either last game or two games ago, we got called for flopping. Why are we the only people to get called for this crap? Like, I feel like Tennessee gets called for every stupid thing in the book. Like, we're made the example. And the officiating, listen, Tennessee didn't do any favors. They missed free throws. They were freaking awful. They missed free throws. They were soft. They were just couldn't get a rebound. They couldn't possess.
Slow on defense. We have to get faster. Like we have. I think we're missing Zakai Meshach. I think we're realizing how great of defenders they really were. Because every time they drove in and passed out, we didn't have a guy immediately on the guy about to take a shot on the wing, and it's like, man, if you're going to beat the same play over and over again, it's you got to adjust something. Or my real worry is that though the guys in this team just might not be as good of defenders as we had previous.
Yeah. But my main point here is I get that we're doing all those things wrong, but the officiating is bullshit.
It was
Like,
BS.
it is bullshit. Like, it is so one sided. Anytime we touch anyone, it's a foul. I mean, we get near them, it's a foul. But we can get the same thing down to the other end, and there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And it's not like the amount of fouls that are called in the game, it's how they're called. It's bullshit. And you saw the video I posted on channel of Rick Barnes losing his mind. Like, we need more of that. We need more of that because those
he does
calls.
plenty. I mean, he does plenty.
He
I feel
does.
like
He does.
he's not like some other coaches and other sports we have that don't get on the officials enough.
And that's okay. So when I lost my train of thought earlier in the podcast, this is what I wanted to say. Thanks for bringing that back up. You want to know how football rules this university? I posted that picture. I mean, that video of Rick Barnes going off on the refs. Guess what every comment was basically? Wow, I wish our football coach was that. Football rules this university. And everybody that's pissed off right now about everything, it stems from that. That's what it stems from. Call it like it is. Football rules. When football's not good, or football, it's not even bad, but when football's not great, it makes this fan base insane.
You bring up the fan base. I think okay, I love our fan base having high expectations because we should. We should have high expectations. But I've seen some comments in my feed recently, and they are just ridiculous. Like they are absolutely ridiculous. A guy said, "We're basically Arkansas." Like,
oh my god, our
fan
fan base is nuts.
Do you know what Arkansas? Dude, we just landed the number 3 recruiting class in the SEC, top 7 national. We just weighed 8-4. We beat Arkansas. We're not even thinking like our coach isn't even on a hot seat. We're just better NIL everything. We're better at literally everything by like 10 miles than Arkansas. And you're gonna go out here and just say, oh, basically Arkansas. And I was like talking crap to Kentucky about their football program, and the guy told me, well, we're basically in the same situation they are.
Oh
and I
my
was like,
god.
are you? What world? We were just in the playoff last year. We just landed one of the best recruiting classes in the country. We have stability here. Like I wasn't happy with this last season, and I need to be proved. Some things need to be proven this upcoming one. But Josh Heupel's brought stability here that we haven't had in a long time. All right, give him credit for that. And do I think things need to change a bit? Yes.
Yes.
But am I in the mood where I'm like just throw everything away? We suck. No, I would say Luke getting blown out to Vandy ain't great, but at least acknowledge for a second Vandy was a really damn good team, and they'll never be that good ever again. And yes, but I mean, I'm not backing down to the things I think that need to be changed in the offseason, but just I don't know. You sound
Dude.
ridiculous. A lot of us sound ridiculous.
Okay. Thanks for bringing it up. And we'll close with this. I don't think it's time to hit the panic button on the basketball team, but what you just said, there are things that concern you, majorly concern you right now, what you're watching. But this fan base, chill the hell out. Like, it's exhausting. Like, I can't get on any social media. Like, it's exhausting. Like, it is so overblown, every little thing. Like, it is the most exhausting shit ever. Like, chill the hell out. Like, calm down. You act like the world is ending, and it's getting exhausting to look at every day. It's the same regurgitated crap every time. It's the same stuff. It's the same thing tweeted every single time anything happens in this program when we lose. It's the same stuff. It's like, dude, it's so exhausting. Like, get off the internet and go play outside somewhere. My God.
I can understand being this way if we just went like 4-8 or 5-7.
Yes.
And maybe the year prior we did something similar. But we're not really that bad.
It's
and
insane.
This is still like it's still kind of early in Hypo's tenure. And okay, to be fair, I am with basketball. I am kind of in a place of like, man, did we blow our shot at Final Four in this era? I am kind of getting worried like that. But at the same time, I can look around and say a lot of the SEC is just like us. But I am not feeling great about basketball. I'm kind of like, as a whole, like kind of worried. But football, I mean, Heupel's met expectations every single season besides maybe this one, and even record-wise, he did. Like 8-4 is about what we expected to do coming into the season. Now, if you ask me,
it's frustrating. Yes, it's still frustrating.
But I will say it didn't feel like it met my expectations because if you told me we were going to be that good on offense, which I thought we'd be pretty good on offense, but if you told me we were going to be that good, 8-4 is pretty not that great. Okay, you should have done better than 8-4, especially the easiest schedule we've ever seen. But altogether though, it's like it's not like it's not the end of the world. We did beat Florida. We did enough to say at least this wasn't a complete and utter failure. And we just landed a great class. And I'm hearing good things about what we're going to do in the portal when it opens. And I feel good about some staff changes. I feel like those will be made. Like if I was hearing like, oh, we're bringing everyone on the staff back and we're gonna drag our feet in the portal. If that's what I was hearing from places, I'd be seriously pissed off right now. But I'm not hearing that, and I'm feeling pretty good about what we're gonna do. Now there's two different things. I'm hearing that things are gonna go pretty well in the portal, go pretty well in the staff, but those expectations, like it could not happen, like that could be not accurate, and it could not happen. But as if what I'm hearing is true, if what I'm hearing is trending in that direction, I feel good about the football program. Basketball though, I am a little concerned. Like I don't know, I really want a Final Four, and this team looks a lot worse than last year's. Like what were we great at last year? Outside shooting, altogether defense.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. My dad. I just got a message from a guy that I met at a bar at the hotel bar last night. It was chatting with me and my dad. And I told you, me and my dad. My dad is not a big basketball guy. He's just not. He's not a big basketball dude. He doesn't watch a lot of basketball. He'll kind of pay attention every now and then. But something really caught me of what I've literally said a billion times on here about how the players kind of overthink when they have to run this system. My dad looks at me midway through the game. He's like, God, dude, they pass a lot. I was like, they do. And you're going to disagree with me on here, but the amount of passing they do, no one wants to take the shot. And I seem like this happens every single year on every single team. They're always looking for someone else to take the shot. Take the damn shot. Illinois would set a screen, pick and pop it, and shoot and score. Like, it was so quick. Like, this offense that he runs listen, Rick Barnes is a good coach. Like, just we know that he's a good coach. But this style, man, it's getting outdated. And you can say what you want. He's adjusted. No, not really, because it's the same pass, 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 pass. Are you gonna shoot? Are you gonna shoot? Are you gonna shoot? I don't.
It's not a
Who's gonna
great
shoot?
offense.
Who's gonna shoot?
A few handful teams run it that are successful. I mean, we are one of them. I think that there's a handful of other teams up at the top of the league that run this similar motion offense, but it's not my favorite. I would rather
No,
run something.
it's
I
outdated,
like
man.
using the fast break a lot. I don't want to run what Alabama runs. I don't like that style. But and I
No.
don't think we're really built to run Purdue's totally. But I don't know. I would just like to I like to run something a little different. Maybe run more screens, just simple stuff. Um, little dink and dunk.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice. I do think we've used the fast break a little more this season. I like that. I just think, man, we need better shooting. Mint, we kind of banked on Mint being a good 3-point shooter, and he ain't. He
I
ain't so
see
far.
that's one thing I think that could happen. Like we talked about it, the dunk. When you're not shooting well, you need to see something go in like that. He's not shooting confidently. He's not. He's not a confident
They look
shooter.
so bad. They just bang on the rim like it's like you can tell they're not going in from the second they come out of his hand.
Yeah,
I,
they're always short a little bit, and the
or
play.
or too much power. It's like one or the
Yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. One or the other. But they had the dunk, and all the Illinois fans are like, man, he's so good. I'm like, I don't see it yet. I don't see it. He has moments, but he is like the top dog player in the country besides Boozer. Like he's like
And
the
Gabanza.
best player coming out in high school basketball. He's the highest recruit I think Rick Barnes has ever had in his life.
No,
So it's
Durant was higher, but
so Durant was higher. I thought
I think Durant was #1 overall, wasn't he?
well in some services
It
Nate Mint was the number one overall. Like in some services, like he was the number one player in the entire country.
weird.
So that's
Sorry.
all you heard was that Rick Barnes got the number one player in the country. That's all you heard. Rick Barnes just
Okay.
sounded the number one player in the country.
I'm no, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Huh? What'd you say?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm so lost. um, but anyways,
Yeah, but I do think he's the probably most talented recruit we've had here. It's just he's just young and kind of scared. I think he's just a little bit. He's so green too. I just think, and I know he's had some injury problems. He's not been 100%. He hurt his hand in the off season. Uh, yeah.
excuses. Let's do it. All right. So
All right.
you're not hitting the panic button.
No. I still think there's a lot on this team that's good, and I think I think it might could improve. I mean, it kind of has to. You get 9 days off here, so
Right.
hopefully you take that and fix all your mistakes, and you better
Mhm.
beat Louisville. That's a big game.
We didn't schedule a lot of tough opponents to begin the year, which I thought would kind of help us in gelling, like getting to know the ins and outs of the team. But every time we play a hard team, it's like we're lost out there. So
Well, that's crazy though, because you did beat the best team you played. You beat
Houston,
Houston,
number 3 in the
yeah,
country. It's so
yeah.
weird. It's like I don't. We'll close this. It's like I'm just another year of when this team's on, they're on. When they're off, they're way off. Like I'm just so sick of saying that with basketball. When they're on, they're on. When they're off, they're the worst. You know, it's just I'm so sick of saying it, dude. It's the same thing every year. It's the same damn excuse every year.
I wish we had.
And
Last year, I think we were a lot better. I think Zakai was good at a lot of things that we're kind of missing. I think we're missing that transition defense. I think we're missing his. He wasn't that great of a scorer. That wasn't his talent, but he was really good at running the offense. I think to us and the outside shooting, we had Lanier and Connect last 2 years, and Mint just can't quite fill that role that so far. I just hope it gets better. That's all you can say is like, I hope he
Mhm.
gets better at this stuff because that is what you're doing. You're trying to get him to be Chaslier, to get him to be Dalton Connect, and right now he's just not even close. So you just pray it happens, I guess, because you've seen a bit here and there in flashes, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's not Christmas yet, so I'll be able to make a judgment call. I feel like by like a few games in the conference play.
Agreed. I agree with that. It's not time to panic, hit the panic button, but it is time to worry, but not panic. You need to worry about it, but not panic yet because things can turn. Because the
If
year
you
with
lose
Dalton,
to, sorry,
the year with
go ahead.
Dalton Connect, we started out 7-3. So
Yeah, I will say so I was talking about that with someone, and but I bring up, oh well, those were all like I think it was number one, number two in the country we lost to,
yeah.
and then number 17 North Carolina on the road. Um, so they were a lot better than
Hmm.
Kansas with
Hmm.
like five guys and um Syracuse that isn't not that good. So I will say like okay, this is my last point. If we lose to Louisville at home, is it time to panic?
Yes. You have got to at least make that. And listen, the game against Illinois was competitive for a while. It was really banging, like banging down low, just just a lot of bodies. Just it was aggressive.
I feel like we had him for a minute.
We did, and then we couldn't shoot. They can.
When they started just draining threes, we were screwed. Um,
I feel
our
like they could not miss. They never missed.
yeah, it did feel
And
that way. It
every
did,
team that plays us from the 3-point line never misses. It's insane.
but
They
I feel like we
see our
shut.
jerseys in front of their bodies and like, oh, this is easy. We're gonna shoot every team. They
And
they
you really
shoot
can't
lights
afford
out from
that when
three.
and you can't afford that to happen when you're shooting like we're shooting. I mean, they only scored 75 points. It's not crazy. Let's see stat wise. What did they make? 3-point percentage was they were 39% from three. They were 11 for 28. Doesn't it feel like they made way more than that?
It feels like they never missed
Yeah, they missed.
because I guarantee the majority of those were like in the first half.
Yeah, it did feel
So
like
like I
all
just
like the last 5 minutes. I felt like they made like seven threes.
yeah, they did. They made three in a row.
Ah, that was
Three in
killer.
a row.
Like that was those were kill shots right there, man.
I guess when people shoot threes, I guess our guys just got to start throwing their bodies to the ground. No, because we'll get called for a flop like we did last game. So, anyways, I'm pissed off now again, all over again.
Yeah,
But
I'm
anyways,
kind of I don't know. It's gonna be a
Tennessee is headed to the Music City Bowl to face who would have thunk it? Illinois. We get them
they just
again.
keep playing them in Nashville. Those people
Yeah,
take up a freaking residency there.
they're gonna change our
Gaylord
first.
Opry.
They're gonna change our first baseball game to Illinois. Oh, the team got sick. Illinois is a substitute.
We might
They're
even
gonna.
play them because we've played Illinois not too long
Yeah, we
ago.
have. Yeah, in baseball. Yeah. But anyways, good podcast. We'll do it again.
Yes,
A
it's
lot
good.
of a lot of random subjects.
Please
Randomness.
get better. Please get better at things, Tennessee.
Yes, please get better. But anyway, good night. Go Vols. God bless. We'll do it again next week. Peace out, my friends.